KSBW weather with Chief Meteorologist Lee Solomon.
Good evening, everybody. It was another relatively cool day up in Santa Cruz. Again, the south winds, we expected that. They got to 66. Still had upper 70s, though, in the Santa Cruz Mountains and a 68 in Watsonville. Now, that south wind is actually a good wind if you like warmer temperatures and more sunshine on the peninsula, and that's what we got. 68 in Monterey, low 70s, though, in Seaside, 70 in Marina. It doesn't sound very warm for summer, but on the peninsula, that's a pretty nice day. 81 in Carmel Valley, 73 in Big Sur. So rounding it out, lots of 80s in the valleys, including Gonzales and Soledad, 80 to 84, and 89 in King City, and low 70s in and around Salinas with the sea breeze. 80 for San Jose today, low 80s in Gilroy and Morgan Hill, and a 75 in Hollister. All these temperatures will be getting warmer as we head towards the end of the week. 92 for Sac, not bad. They're down from those low 100s we had over the weekend. 81 in Tahoe. Again, that was about a 10 or 12 degree cool down from what they had on Sunday. And still doing triple digits. Bakersfield out to Palm Springs in middle and upper 70s down around Santa Barbara. Still got that little swirl there. You can see it. That's why we had those southerly breezes today. That will continue probably through tonight, and then that low pressure system will dissipate and move out of here, and we'll probably switch back to a northwesterly wind by the end of the day tomorrow. A few showers and thunderstorms, mostly north of Reno and east, and then north and east of Las Vegas. Not much in Southern California, so nothing really headed our way, but there is some action in the tropics. We have Irwin out here, Category 1 hurricane, and Hillary. Of course, the light is fading. This is your visible satellite picture, so we need the sunshine to make it happen. Cabo here and mainland Mexico. It does not pose a threat actually to any land masses. It's just kind of neat to look at these things. Here's Irwin, by the way. Irwin's got an eye. You'll see it pop up right there if you can see that. Not the biggest of hurricanes, not all that good looking, but Hillary is strengthening. She's a Cat 2 right now. A larger system, not that symmetrical. Can't seem to find the eye on the infrared, but it's a pretty strong storm, and it will probably send up possibly a little bit of swell. I got this blue line here because the winds are cranking around here at about 100 miles an hour. And if you're from about Point Conception southward down to parts of San Diego and LA, this steep southerly swell could come all the way up into Southern California. They get these hurricane swells. This is not going to be huge, but there will certainly be some waves. I mean, we're in a flat spell here in Northern California, and that won't change. We don't get in on much of that kind of angle. This thing would have to move out here and kind of curve and move northward and have to be a lot stronger. We've had them before, but not this one. 105 mile an hour winds, gusts to 127. That's Hillary for now. She will track off to the west and die a slow death, as we say, as she encounters cooler waters and some wind shear. So we'll say goodbye to Hillary by about the end of the week. Microcastro and the winds will be light right through the night. Not much of a breeze there in the morning. They start to pick up, still south and then west. It looks like by tomorrow late, we'll see a more shift to the northwest. And again, that will be a more typical wind direction. So let's say by Thursday, we'll be back to warmer Santa Cruz and cooler on the peninsula. Low clouds aplenty tonight. They'll be coming back in here in a couple of hours. We'll put some patchy fog, mist and drizzle for the morning hours. And it looks like we should clear out most of the bay. There could be a few low clouds that linger on some of the beaches tomorrow, but it should get pretty well sunshine across most of the coast. 50 to 59 overnight. Again, the low clouds spreading inland, patchy fog, mist and drizzle. By the bay tomorrow, middle 60s to low 70s, pretty much what we've been doing the last couple of days. The coast, they don't see a lot of change in temperatures here in the middle of summer. That'll happen later in August and September. 79 to about 88. So we're warming up the inland valleys. In the next couple of days, you'll see more 80s and 90s. Upper 60s, though, San Francisco, 78 in Mountain View tomorrow. And now we're going with middle to upper 80s for the Santa Clara Valley. Not hot. That's pretty much what you'd expect this time of year. But by Thursday and Friday, there'll be a lot more 90s to go around. Looks like 70 here in Salinas tomorrow, but middle and upper 80s down through Greenfield and King City. Back along the coast. Looks like probably a little cooler tomorrow on parts of the peninsula because the wind may shift more northwesterly. We'll see what happens. And we might get one more day of that kind of west-southwest wind. It's kind of a tricky day at the coast. It's only going to make a degree or two difference anyway. Low 70s Santa Cruz, about 70 in Watsonville. And now we're pushing into the middle 80s in Boulder Creek and Ben Lomond. The coast, a little warming towards the weekend and probably earlier burn-offs of the low clouds, a mix of 60s and 70s going through Saturday and Sunday, even into the middle of next week. It looks like this high pressure ridge may build in and stick around for a while. So we got a slow warming trend climbing into the 80s and 90s by Friday for the valleys and the hills. And it looks like it's going to be pretty warm this weekend, upper 80s to upper 90s. We probably won't have any heat advisories for that. And it could be that we stick with 80s and upper 90s right through the middle of next week once this thing settles in. So this hot summer is kind of continuing for our inland area. So again, you may want to plan a trip to the bay.
Yeah.
Come to the coast, it's nice and cool.
It sure is.
All right.